Alright guys, fishing Rosie. I've only been here for about half an hour now at Nether Mill. One of the best fisheries, I'd say. I absolutely love the place. Brings me back to my roots of carp fishing. So yeah, we've only been here now for about half an hour and I've only struck into a fish. It seems like a reasonable size, not pulling too much, but oh, that's to go of it now. Yeah, it's only on a little KD rig, one of my RG bait wafters on the 365, so yeah. Hopefully try and get this in. It looks like a little mirror cap. Just have to walk around the bank now as it's going to be hot, trying to get up around as well, so I'd rather hold steady. And it's quite a big fish. That's the trick now, not to rush the netting. If it wants to go, just let it go and let it tire itself out. That's just where most of the mistakes happen now when you're trying to net the fish. There's one wrong jab and it can knock the hook straight out. And you can let the fish keep going until it looks worn out. It does seem decent size now and it's keeping going for a while. It's a bit of a strange, slow take, but as long as there's a fish on the end, I'm not too bothered. Whoa. That was quite a big fish then, as you can see from the splash. Up. Every time we get close, it just shoots back off to the deep, but seems to be getting a bit more worn out now. Yeah, I don't want to recast this one about 10 minutes ago. I've got a PVA bag on of my RG baits. And my skunk. Keep going and going and going. Will we ever get it in? I hope so. That's the good thing about the pegs at Nether Mill, they extend out a bit. And it's in the net. Yeah, what I'm saying is, it extends out a bit, so it's a lot easier to get the net over him. So yeah, we'll go put this one in the cradle and we'll meet you there. Right, so this is the carp we've just got in. I say it's around 12–13 pound, and I've not been fishing in a while now, so to get something like this out just feel really good, especially after around 2 casts. Oh, it's a big fish and it's a hot summer's day, so let's not keep it out too long and we'll get it straight back. So, it's been about 3.5 hours since the last catch. Not anything since, not even a bleep. So what I've decided to do is to make quite a decent stick mix. As you can see in there, just get all this stuff out of it. So what it is a Nash key cultured stick mix base. What I've added is some amino liquid attractant into it, and I've also added some pepperami into there. And I've also got some of my IG baits and the skunk crumb in there just to add a bit of attraction in. I've been putting that in PVA bags, and I've recast both the rods now with it on. I'm just gonna hope it gets me a bite. No one around the lake seems to have had anything yet. I've seemed to be the only one that's actually caught something. So I'm not gone to such a bad start, and considering I've not fished this swim yet, it's quite a good swim, as you've got the 2 islands over there. I'll just show it now. You've got 2 islands over there, and then over there you've got the corner. I don't know if you can just see it through the reeds, so it's lifted up. Over there you've got the corner, and there we've got my rods. So yeah, this swim round here, it's on the opposite side, really brings me back to my roots of carp fishing. That's the first ever swim I actually fished properly carp fishing on. I was in with my brother. My brother wasn't fishing, it was just me, and I'd only had 1 rod. And I'd got some sweet corn, and I had some basic care eggs that I had bought pre-made. I had a bite alarm, and my rod and reel, I had a weight, and I got it all set up. And that day I'd had 2 fish and lost 1. And the one I lost was a really big fish. And the main reason is we didn't have a big enough net for it. I didn't think I'd be catching big fish. Ooh. That's 5 liners. But yeah, it came off because we couldn't get it in the net. So this is why I really like this venue. It's really when I started my carp fishing properly, and it means a lot to me to come and fish here. And the venue is really nice. I've made a video before, go check it out. There'll probably be a link in the description about carp fishing at Nether Mill Fishery, Penistone. And that day was a really good day. It was a day like this, apart from a bit more sunny, and I had a lot of fish out. But before I reveal too much, check out the link in the description and go watch the video. But yeah, I hope I'll catch something. I've got them both on blowback rigs. So yeah, I hope I'll get something out of this lovely lake. And as you seen earlier, I had quite a big one out, around 13 pound. And yeah, if you guys could leave a comment about what type of scales I should get, any decent sets of scales, just leave a comment. And then yeah, because I really do need a set of scales, a proper set of scales. The one I've got aren't the best, they're quite cheap scales. Yeah, you could put a comment down saying what type of scales I should get, what make. It'd be appreciated. I'll see you guys later. So I'm back at Penistone again. I've been here a few times throughout the winter, at least 2, and I've not recorded any of them. We've just not really had enough to record.
But I have got a bit of news to tell you about one of the winter sessions. I did manage out a £15 mirror from the normal spot that we fished on the last video I made here. It's a really nice mirror, and it's beat my PB by quite a bit. So today I was after another one of these mirrors. Let's just wait and see if I catch one. So, at Nether Mill Fishery, there's a beautiful lake as you can see behind me. There's 3 purpose-built islands, so every single of the 32 pegs has a feature to fish to. You have 2 breaks in the islands, and you have one on the right, one in the middle, one on the left. The left island is the smallest, and it also has a sunken island right next to it, which is the main feature I normally fish to. The middle island is the longest island, and has many features to fish to. And the right hand side island has many features to fish to as the corner. And it's a very clear corner, it's a very clear bottom as well. The depth of the lake is normally around 4.5 to 5.5 foot. The deepest it goes is 6 foot. There's 32 pegs, each of the pegs is exactly the same as this. You have the concrete and the metal guy which you can stand on. And it also has ample room to put the bivvy and anything else, as I've got my bivvy there, with all my gear in it. And I've also got my cradle there and my waist sling. There is a burger van and toilets over there at the very entrance. There's 2 picnic tables, so you can go on a picnic if you want to. There's a road stretching all along which you can park on. There's also a little car park at the end. There's 2 net dips around which you must dip in, as it's for fish safety. And the chance of getting snagged up on this lake is very low, as you don't have to cast very far to get to a feature to catch fish. Today I've only had to cast about 12-13 foot to get over there, which is not a lot, and it's really simple underarm cast. So yeah, it's been quite a fun day so far. I've managed 1 fish out, just got hope for more fish. Yeah, Nether Mill is a really good fishery. It's got everything here that you're ever going to need, and you're only about 10 minutes away from the Tesco's. So yeah, let's try and catch something else now, and hopefully get a big one on the bank. Guys, so just going to talk to you about what I use to keep my fish safe. First of all, I have my cradle. The cradle's a really good for handling the fish I use, as you can't jump out as easily. It's really padded and it goes down quite deep. It's also got air vents down the side, so the wind blowing it away. And it's also really good for the big fish, as you can't really jump out of it. But what's better for the big fish is the quite special unhooking mats, like ones from Witchwood, as they really handle the fish well, as it won't be able to hit himself on one of these bars, which are the only real problem. But what you can do is you can put that over the side. Next, I have my water, so I can pour it over the fish once I've got it out. As the weather's quite warm, as you can probably see, that's really vital, as you don't want the fish to get dehydrated. But definitely, the minute you get it out, pour a bit of water over it. Then I have my sling already set up and ready to go, in case I get a fish big enough that I need to weigh it or put it back in the water with special care. I haven't had a chance to use my sling yet, as I've not really had the fish big enough to put in there. But yeah, I'm hopefully going to be able to catch a bigger fish today and use it in that. So this is definitely what I need to, this is definitely what you need to do, not I, what you need to do, as I've already got all this stuff. You definitely need to get your hands on this stuff, as it's really helpful when you're trying to handle fish, especially the big fish. So I've got my hands into a nice comfortable position for casting. I'm aiming towards my far back marker, which is the tree, and I cast out, stop where they feel the bottom. Got a nice hard dunk there, which shows the ground is gravel around the island, which most of it is. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put my PVA bag on there, cast it out to the island. So I'm just going to show you my setup on my rig. So I've got some lead core tubing, now I've got my lead set up, then I've got a Fox quick chain swivel, a Fox and tangle sleeve, some Fox transkhaki braid, some Nash Diffusion Campbell shrink tubing to create a little kicker. I've then got my hair going onto a piece of Nash silicone tubing with my IG Baits Barley 365 on the end. Then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting a PVA bag on the end of that. So then I'll have my rig perfectly set up for catching some decent carp. Right, so we got a bream. We've got a bream. To be honest, it's not a bad size. I'll get it in a smaller net. so it's only bream. It's a strange take, but yeah, we got a bream. We'll get back to you when we've got it on the cradle. So here's the bream, not the carp. It's not how much of a bad size, to be honest. It's quite a bit of a slab, as we call it. So yeah, it's not exactly a species we're after, but anything will do me today. It's a bit of a twitchy take, so we kind of guessed it was a bream. So yeah, we're just going to get this one put back and try and get a carp. And it's on. Just got to sit and wait.
For Bovril?
No, not Bovril. Bovril's disgusting, don't try it at home. So, it's come to the end of an eventful session at Nether Mill, landing 2 fish, one a 13-pound carp and another one, a small bream. So, it's a lovely place, Nether Mill, and I absolutely love fishing it. There'll be a link down in the description to my video, and there'll be a link to the website. I've got one last thing to say. It's been eventful, it's been emotional, it's been fishing, bros. Right, I'm going to get my hands in a nice comfortable position. I'm going to aim towards my far back mark, which is the tree. I'm going to cast out, stop the lead and drop it through the water to see what the ground feels like. No,